Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you all back to today's Whips and Bits. It's number 50! Crikey, I've been doing this for a while now, haven't I? Right, so what have I got up for you today? Alright, so let's start off with our normal look back on the videos that I've popped out this week, just to give you a bit of a video roundup. Right, so the first video that came out this week was for our gorgeous Eweniverse. It's spelled with an E, so it's Universe, spelled with an E. Now, this is a gentleman that lives so close to me, it's ridiculous. So, as I say in that video, I was hoping to hold on to him until I had a few more crazies, but I got beaten to the punch, which is perfectly fine, because hey, the more of us that show his very unique Puntastic items, the better. I'm just trying to help the small guys, aren't I? Right, so that was our Eweniverse. So if you pop over, link's going to be up above and down below, so you can pop over and have a look at his Puntastic items that I'm showing you. There's also a link on that video to the video that Natalie's Closet put out with some more of his items, which is like a mystery box of bits and pieces. And to be honest, I do love the idea of those mystery boxes. I'll possibly be getting one myself at a later date, but I need room first. So I think that might be my prize to myself, or my gift to myself, for when I've finished and delivered the 1,000 poppies. Right, the next video up was the Cygnet BOHO chunky yarn review. Pip, I can see you, you obnoxious toe rag. Give me a second. She's going to start knocking stuff off. Oi, yeah. Come here, monkey. Right, I'll keep her here. I can control her for 5 seconds. Right, so as I was saying, the next one up is the Cygnet BOHO chunky review. Now, I must admit, I loved working with this yarn, although I really do believe that I was using completely the wrong hook for it in the review, and using the wrong hook for it when I actually tried to make up the massive sample patch, because I was trying to make a hat and there definitely wasn't enough to go around a baby head, let alone my head. The next video we have up is the book review, which was for the 101 essential tips in crochet, and the granny square book that I'd got from the Works. So the link to the Works website is on that video, and you can watch it by following the link above, and of course the link in the drop down box. Then we had our Throwback Friday. Yes, I did have a nose at some of your comments on last week's massive hour-long one, and decided to go back to the 30 minutes. I'd rather have you watch 30 minutes all the way through than only get halfway and then forget to come back and see the rest. So yeah, I'll try and stick to around the 30-minute mark. So some weeks it may be a bit less and some weeks it may be a bit more, and then I'll keep my hour-long ones for the lives. How does that sound? Now time for this week's poppy count. Now, of course, last week I announced to you that I'd hit my 250 mark. I can't believe I didn't forget that. So this week I have finished up the box. So I now have another completed box of 60, but when we add that to the count, it brings our actual account up to 300. 300 poppies. Only 700 to go. Alright, so now I'm just going to pop them at the back on with my Palace card. And that box was made with a yarn that our gorgeous Sabrina Melliger gave us when she sent me 8 balls of yarn. She's a toe rag, but I love her. Yeah, so we've got a couple that are made with her yarn now. Well, we've got three that are made with her yarn, and 2 that are made with yarn from the affiliated link down below. So if you're in the UK and you want to help support me and have it not cost you anything, if you are up for purchasing some yarn for yourself, so big it's for yourself, only if you're intending to buy yarn for yourself, check out the link down below, which takes you through to the secret yarn stash. If you place an order over £30, you get free delivery. You also get 15% off your first order. Yeah, 15% off your first order, free delivery over 30 quid, and lots of fun shopping. And then of course, because you've used the affiliated link to place your order, I get a little bit of a kickback. And normally if you make it past the £30, it doesn't have to be by much, but you make it past the £30, that normally gives me enough points to be able to get one ball of yarn. So that one ball of yarn turns into 60 poppies, which turns into 120 quid minimum for the Royal British Legion. Pretty cool, isn't it? And then the other half can't complain that you're buying more because you're doing it for charity, mate. Right, so as you all know, I love reading your comments and I like to respond to them as the best I can. If it's a very generic comment, then you normally end up getting a bit of a generic one back, but otherwise I like to have a chat with you and banter with you in comments after you've watched the videos. And so this week's comments have come in, and some of you made me absolutely a crack up, especially in regards to last week's Whips and Bits and that hat. I'm going to leave it like that. The hat has been made up. It's lovely, isn't it? But wear your sunglasses if you're going back to have a look at that video. And one of the comments that came out, I've been asked it a couple of times, is about the centro that I use, because of course I haven't bought the more expensive one that other YouTubers have made. So people have asked me stuff like, do I think it's worth the money? So I thought I'd ask some of the questions now. So one, who have we got? Oh, I've lost it. Oh, brain. Right. So a couple of the normal ones is where did I get it from? I got mine from Joom, which is China. So Joom is similar to Wish. It's another app where you can get stuff at a reduced price. I would suggest that you search on there to see if you can find it at a better price. Now remember, you are going to have to wait possibly 3 months for your delivery to arrive. I think I paid 30 quid for mine, but that was about a year ago now. Before Crystal from Bag A Day put her video up and everyone went mad, and of course no more have really been made since because of COVID. So yeah, as I said, have a nose on there if you want to go down the cheaper route to see if you enjoy whipping up items or using the sewing machine. Sometimes it does skip and jump and you may miss a stitch, or you may drop a stitch when you're taking the item off or setting up. So it's always good to have a nose on YouTube for videos that are using the equipment and finding out any tips and tricks that those people have put up. And I don't think I've done a centro one yet because I've only made probably about 6 hats on it over the years, so not experienced enough yet to throw out some of my little tips and crazy tricks. What I would suggest is with the centro or the other one, you spring a little more money in for the row counter section, although on the centro I've heard they are prone to breaking. Actually on both, at least the first couple of projects you get out of it will have the right amount of rows or rounds on, because if you don't, it's all done in measurements and guesswork. I'm dreading, I want to make a jumper, but I'm dreading making a jumper out of the panels, because knowing my luck I'd end up with one panel being about that much shorter than the other one. So I'll just have to wait and see. Right, so our gorgeous Silver Fox loves yarn asked me, where has it gone, how did I find the centro, as the Addy is impossible to find in stock at the moment. And yeah, and she said some other bits and pieces. Right, so I'd responded to her with, I have the centro, so I can't really do a comparison. I'd got it from Joom, so it was a lot cheaper than the Addy. It is a little loud and sometimes will drop a stitch, normally at the start or end of a project. Mine is the Mark 1, so it's got no row counter, but it does its job. If you can afford to have it as a stopgap, it's a nice idea. But if you plan to upgrade to go on to the centro or the Addy, if you plan to upgrade those, then save your cash and hold out, because that means you can buy more yarn, doesn't it? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a link to Joom in the description box down below. It will pull up its main site. And now I'm going to show you how I do my search quickly, and fingers crossed when you follow the same route as I do, you will manage to find the Centro for 40 quid. So that's 40 UK pounds. And fingers crossed for you that and fingers crossed that it works for me too. Right, so here we are. I've just got up my search engine. I've typed in the words Joom online shopping. It's come up with the Joom link, which is in the description box below. So of course I click that. Right, so let's have a quick nose at those two products that we have found. Right, the first one is a 48 needle handmade wool knitting machine, cylinder wool, loom, hand knitted scarf, sweater, hat, sock, adult, children, lazy, artifact. Okay, all right, well they've got that marked in at £50 now. And now this one, according with the picture, well the picture is showing that it has the row counter, which would be a good idea. I haven't actually got a row counter on my one. And it's stating that it is like the colour is like the picture. Right, so let's pop down. It is saying it's 48 needle, its colour is white and pink, and it's size 30 by 18.5 centimetre. Its material is plastic and the theme is DIY tools. It's handmade machine, it's circular, and then they give you some other bits and pieces, and then what you're looking for in the kit is to double check. Now according to the kit, the pack includes 1 crochet, 2 hand needle, 1 4x4 needles, a knitting toy. Now that is what we're looking at. So with this one I would be very unsure about purchasing it because it's stating it is 44 needles and not the 48 that it states at the top. If you're willing to take a punt, I don't think there is actually a 44 needle one. I haven't seen it. I've seen a 40 but not a 44. So it might be worth a punt at £50 for that one. And now the next one, it's saying it's the same, it looks identical. Let me double check. It does look identical. The patterns are different, sorry, the pictures are different because there'll be a different batch, and it has on some of the listings it states that the pictures may be different because it's a different batch and it's been updated or whatever. So we've got the 50 and this one here is a 54, so no, not too worried. Let's go back to the 50. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheekily scoot down and keep looking because we've got one here, 45. I'm not bothering with the 82 or the 68. Don't bother with that one because that is a kiddies and that will only make small hats and it won't last too long. 58, 67. That one there is for socks. That is another version of the one above. Come on. Right, nothing on that one. So let's jump over to the £45. It's 40 needle. Sorry to get your hopes up, gang. We're still stuck at the 50. Okay, but we're going to open that one because that's saying 43. As you can see, there is a great deal of price difference between them, and it's all the same thing. It's just whatever the shop thinks they're going to get their at, whatever they think they're going to be able to sell it for. And of course at the moment, because we're all after them, that's why the price is raised. Right, nothing on there. Righty ho. So this is the 42 and it's 40 needle again. Go away, Pip. So the best price I have found so far is the one for £50. I will try and find a way of sharing the link for you. There's no guarantees though, please remember there's no guarantees that my link will work for you. If you're in the UK, you've got more of a chance, I suppose. If you're elsewhere, just download the app. It's on mobile devices as well as for your computer. You can download it from different app stores that are available to you, and that way you'll be able to do a bit more of a search and spend a bit more time on it, and just keep zooming down. You never know, if you set you and your partner up against each other as a bit of a competition, whoever finds the cheapest 48 needle wins a bar of chocolate. Say, hey, it's nearly Easter. Nick the kids' chocolate. Right, now a little heads up, if an item arrives to you and it is not as it is described in the brochure or on the page, you can put a dispute in, and they will either ask you to send the product back, or they will just go, hands up, our mistake, keep it. You do have to wait 70 odd days after it's arrived, mind, but it's still a hands up. It's our fault, so keep it. So sometimes joom does work out well for you, sometimes it doesn't. As some of you will know if you've watched any of my joom videos in the past, I bought some buttons thinking they were going to be nice and chunky, and they turned out to be about 5mm in totals, but I've used them on my hats now to hold the pom-poms on, so I really don't care. Right, so that was our little bit on joom. If you want more information on joom, I'll put a link up here to one of the earlier videos that gives you a lot more information about joom itself. Right, now on to the makes. What have I made this week? Well, of course, I've done my poppies. You already know my poppy count there. And I've been working on the rabbit. Oh, I've told you now, haven't I? I'm just going to have to show you. Right, now this video I did aim to get out to you, or this set of videos, I aimed to start getting out to you last week. But family commitments got in the way, and so of course family does come first. So I had to put it on hold, and I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning working on it. I'm trying to get it all together so I can get as much of the videos done, or should I say enough so that you can see what it's going to look like. Now, there are a couple of details still missing, but here you go. Here is our cheeky rabbit. And let me put it up there so you've got a better look at it. Oh, now it does actually stand up on its own, which is pretty cool. There we go, and I've put wire in the ears. My one's got wire. You don't have to add the wire, they can just be completely floppy if you wish. Right, so this is as far as I've got on the recording. But the first video out is going to be the base of the pillow cushion itself, cushion cover. And that video will be out to you on Tuesday morning at 10:30 GMT. Alright, now what I'm going to say is, if you do decide you want to get a head start on it, jump onto this video here that I'm putting up here. Now this is the unicorn base. Okay, now it is the same pattern. Okay, so follow along with the unicorn one, but don't seal it up. Okay, when you join the front and the back panel, only go as far as I tell you to, and then when I say turn it inside out, stuff it and add a cushion, don't bother. Okay, because you're going to need to have access to it so that you can sew the rest of it on, because I had to unpick. But yeah, if you do that, you can set your mind to it now and head off and do that now. What you're going to need is 300 grams of an off-white or a beige, if you've got that, in a Aran weight yarn, and you're also going to need 200 grams of the pink, a light pink, in an Aran weight yarn. Okay, now I'm over exaggerating on the pink and possibly on the Aran as well, on the lighter shade, but then I've done that purposely so that I know you're going to have enough and you're not going to run out. Right, so if you hop over oh dear, Puntastic day, if you hop over to that video when you finish watching this one and start up on that, that would be brilliant. And what I will say is, if you get that bit finished before the next video comes out, so video number 2, send me an email. My contact details are at the bottom of this video, and they'll be in the bottom of that video as well. Send me a photograph showing that you've finished that bit, and I will send you a link to give you early access to the next video, which means, because like we've only got 8 days till Easter, or even 7 now I think, until Easter. So if you want to definitely get this done by Easter, hop on, get the base done, send me an email with a picture showing that you've done it. I will send you the link over for the next video, and we'll keep going like that. So if you're really up for it, you can fast track. All right, no charge or nothing like that, just fast track, just send me pictures just to prove you're doing. But if you're going to come and start it next week and you're happy for it to be a slow feed, it'll be a video out each week. So that covers me for this month. Right, so there are still some details that I've left off because I haven't finished making them yet, which is going to be the eyes and a little set of teeth down here. Now what I do suggest is you definitely work in cream, although in some of my videos I might have said white's okay, but because we're going to need the white on the eyes and for the teeth, definitely go cream. Right, I am now going to put this video together and get it all ready for you guys for tomorrow morning, which will be Sunday, and I will carry on going with the rabbit so that you guys can all see what it looks like finished on Tuesday morning. Right, so I'm going to head off now. Ta-ra for now, and stay in, stay safe. Bye.